What is going on, guys? Your boy GMG. We're back with another video, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been wanting a Pokemon game on a Nintendo console for years. I know we had one on the GameCube. If I'm not mistaken, I think there was one on the Wii, but the Nintendo Wii U, I have one, but I never really played. I barely played it. I know I had Pokemon Tournament, but that was about it. That was the most I got out of Pokemon on the Nintendo Wii U. On the 3DS, of course, we always get our several or couple installments of Pokemon every couple years, every year. But there was rumors, obviously, last year that there was a Pokemon game releasing on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I think Game Freak, who makes Pokemon, said that they are developing a game for the Nintendo Switch, but it will not release on launch day, but possibly 2017. And the game was called Pokemon Stars. But everyone was curious as to whether or not will it be a strategy game, was it going to be a puzzle game, or was it going to be like an RPG game similar to the ones on the 3DS. And it's safe to say that what they're doing here, from the rumors and stuff like that I have here, the information, I think it's safe to say that we're getting basically like a Pokemon Sun and Moon version, just a little bit more upgraded and more advanced, more enhanced, I should say, but on the Nintendo Switch. So some of the details were saying that, yeah, the game is very similar. It's using the same players, the same characters, same locations, same Pokemon, same gen. But on the Nintendo Switch version, and the reason why it's going to take a bit longer is because they're trying to configure all the buttons that are on the Nintendo Switch from the game so that it can work properly, as well as update the textures and give more life in the game versus the ones on the Nintendo 3DS. Even though I think the ones on the 3DS are very nice, I think they look very good, but I think that they want to add more to that, I guess, in terms of graphics and just detail on the Nintendo Switch version, which I'm happy as well. Now, with this rumor, it was also stated that Game Freak was developing this game with more improved visuals. They were also building this game more separately so that they could have more high resolution assets added to the game, making the game once again look more better and I guess more enhanced, and to give us a better experience, which would be dope. It would be fucking crazy to me had it been like, if you look at on the PC, look at some of the mods they have for Pokemon games where you actually can run around as a character, and you run through grass and stuff like that. Like, if it ends up looking like that, that's gonna be huge for like Nintendo, especially on the console. And whether or not you guys believe it or not, that will most likely sell more than even Zelda and Mario put together, because Pokemon Sun and Moon topped out like in the UK, making like 2 million sales like in a day or 2 days or something like that. And that was just ridiculous. So imagine if that was to hit on consoles. And because they want to improve visuals, I think the sound effects and stuff like that wouldn't be any different, but it's more or less just the visuals of the game and building more of the environment that you're going to be playing on. And I think the camera angle, if I'm not mistaken, that would be kind of dope too. So playing in this game, you can see more detail in your character, and as you walk in through the fields and stuff like that, it'll look more realistic. Not saying that you're going to see Pokemon in that. It's a little bit too advanced. I don't think Nintendo would do that, or Game Freak would do that, but I think it'll just be a dope experience if they add that anyways. But it would be so fucking dope. My thing is, like, it had that released like at launch with the Nintendo Switch, it will be fucking game changing. Like, that'll just be a game breaker right there. I can see them making a couple million sales within this first year alone. You gotta understand, we're talking Pokemon here. I think Pokemon is one of the biggest titles. Actually, it is one of the biggest titles and one of the most top selling games on the Nintendo 3DS alone. And if that was to just touch the Nintendo Switch, if that were to touch the Nintendo Switch this year alone, you can expect a lot of, I guess, people buying a Nintendo Switch. And I'm being completely honest with you, because there's just people, even older people, like older adults and whatnot, they don't want to buy a 3DS. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they'll rather stick to consoles. And being that this is a hybrid, the all-in-one, this will give them an opportunity or a reason to go ahead and buy a Nintendo Switch. I mean, Mario's always going to be around, and at this point, yes, people will buy a Nintendo Switch for Mario, but at the same time, people are like, listen, man, I could just play Mario here, I could play Mario there. But with Pokemon being on a console once again, but this time differently, because this is basically what we get on the 3DS version, but on the Nintendo Switch, I think people will go fucking bananas. And I think it'll add more. And you know what? To be honest with you, I wouldn't even worry about the 3DS version of Pokemon. I think the 3DS versions of the Pokemon games will always continue to sell, and I don't think it'll ever take away from whatever the console. I don't think that the console version will ever take away anything in terms of sales and popularity and just the fan base, the player base on the 3DS version. I don't think that would ever happen. But what I would love to see and hope that Game Freak and Nintendo can do is like integrate the games together somehow. either like you can import. Remember back in the days you was able to plug in, I think, your Game Boy SP or Game Boy Advance, and you was able to import Pokemon into Pokemon, damn, I forgot the name of the game, not Pokemon Stadium, Coliseum, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that would be dope if you're able to import Pokemon, if there's rare Pokemon that you can't catch on the Switch version or whatnot. You could just, like, you know, import them in. That would be dope if they were to like actually do that and integrate like the 3DS version with the Nintendo Switch. Keep looking over, I'm looking at my 3DS right now as we speak, but I would love to see the shit like that. Like, it'll take some time to adjust, like, or at least for Game Freak and them, if this rumor is true, which I believe it is. We're not stupid. We already heard that Game Freak was developing a third game called Pokemon Stars, and it's a given. But it's just the amount of detail and what we expecting in this game. I would love to just have a Pokemon game on Nintendo Switch. That would literally make my purchase worth buying. Like, it'll make it worth the $300 for me personally, just because of a game like that. Doesn't make it fair that make it right that that'll be the only reason why I say it's worth it, because there's still stuff missing from the Switch. But at the least, like, this would be something that people wouldn't even mind spending the money, because they're getting what they've always wanted on a console. But yeah, drop your comments. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you enjoyed this video, slap the like, subscribe if you're new, and as always, your boy 3MG, and I'm gonna be live streaming tomorrow, probably a nice Sunday night or whatnot, because I gotta go to some event. But it's your boy 3MG, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Bands in my pocket, match the car color. Yeah, guess a nigga match that. I got the high score up in the gym, you know, nigga match that. Everything I do inside me.